So also at Selenium Conf, I got to speak to a lot of people. Two that really come to mind right now are Michael Mitz and Dimitri from EPAM. So Michael Mitz is the creator of Selenium Base, and he had his laptop. He said, check this out, what I just noticed. And he brought up a Chrome browser, and he started talking about something that I think a lot of people don't know about yet, because I was caught off guard as well. So what he did, he said, check this out. So you want to bring up the developer console within Chrome, click on the drop down, and notice there's a new area, or at least I don't know when this was added, but there's one called Recorder. And in the Recorder, notice this is interesting. It has a way to record a user journey on your web app, right? Replay the recording to check the flow if it's working. And they're using a performance trace, or you can export it as a Puppeteer testing script. So I think this is a direct shot at Microsoft. This is what Michael mentioned, because obviously Microsoft has Playwright. It's been gaining a lot of steam. I think Google feels left out here. So I think they're going to try to revive Puppeteer to now compete with Microsoft's Playwright. So to me, it gets kind of weird now when companies start competing with their different automation frameworks, because then it's going to cause fragmentation, and it's going to be just like it was in the 90s. That's why I don't know if it's a good thing to have companies like Google and Microsoft involved. And that's why using an open source solution like Selenium has some benefits, because it's not tied to a corporation like these other two solutions are. Anyway, just something to keep your eye on. If you haven't tried this functionality yet, I highly recommend you do. And maybe it's time to learn a little more about Puppeteer as well. Also, Dimitri mentioned this brings up an interesting thing, because that's why he thinks Microsoft bought GitHub, because they've been training their AI model against GitHub. And that's why when you use ChatGPT, it's able to generate code because it was trained on all the code within GitHub. So just another interesting insight into some ethics or things of how the world is changing and what to be aware of when these companies purchase other companies and what their underlying motive is. So thank you, Michael and Dimitri, for sharing this insight with me at Selenium Conf. Appreciate you both.